been using WD-40 since I was a kid, and the only thing I had against it was they used to have those plastic straws. They're always flying off, couldn't get them in the right place. Now, from what I've read over the years, they've changed their formula to make it even better. Because now it's not just a penetrating oil, it's also a cleaner. The last thing that's commonly used for is kind of a sleazy one. It can make your paint really shiny for a short period of time.
Can a can of WD-40 really fix car paint damage? Or are you setting your car up for disaster? Everyone swears by it for scratches and shine, but could this household staple be causing more harm than good? In this video, we'll reveal what's really going on when you spray WD-40 on your car, and the costly mistake you might be making right now. WD-40 has earned a reputation as a kind of DIY miracle worker. Whether it's unsticking a jammed bolt or silencing a squeaky door hinge, this little blue and yellow can possesses an almost mythical status for solving everyday problems. So it's no surprise that many car enthusiasts and weekend warriors turn to it when their car's paint starts showing signs of wear, like light scratches, dull spots, or minor scuffs. On the surface, it seems like the perfect answer. A quick spray, a little wipe, and suddenly that scratch seems to disappear, replaced by a smoother, shinier finish. But why does this trick seem to work so well? The secret lies in WD-40's chemical properties. It's designed as a solvent, which means it breaks down substances like grease, grime, and even surface-level contaminants. When sprayed on paint damage, these solvents get to work dissolving dirt and debris, instantly giving the surface a cleaner, polished look. Additionally, WD-40 has an oily base that fills in small imperfections in the clear coat, making scratches or dull areas appear shallower or even invisible at first glance. This temporary transformation can be so convincing that many users believe they've found a reliable, one-step solution for paint issues. But as impressive as the instant results look, they aren't telling the full story. Take, for example, the countless posts and tutorials online where car owners rave about cleaning up paint scuffs with WD-40. On forums like Reddit, users enthusiastically share before and after photos, proudly showing their results and recommending the product to others. Some claim that even scratches they thought were permanent vanished after a few minutes of effort. The same advice dominates YouTube too. Videos promising an easy hack for restoring your car's paint with WD-40 rack up thousands of views, often without much mention of potential drawbacks. With so many people vouching for it, it's easy to understand how this myth became so widespread. But here's the thing. What you're seeing isn't real, lasting repair. WD-40 isn't actually fixing the issue. Instead, all it's doing is creating the illusion of a fix by masking the damage temporarily. The scratches? They're still there. They're just camouflaged by the product's oily film. That dull, cloudy spot? It may look polished after a quick wipe, but it still exists beneath the surface. This false sense of accomplishment can lull car owners into thinking their problem is solved when, in reality, the underlying damage remains completely untreated. And that's where things start to take a turn. What makes this even trickier is that WD-40 doesn't just stop at masking imperfections. It might actually be setting your car up for long-term issues. Its slick, greasy residue isn't designed to stay stable when applied to car paint, meaning that attractive shine fades away quickly, the moment you wash your car or the next time it rains. Worse still, this residue attracts dirt and grime, sticking to the surface in a way that's almost impossible to clean off completely. So, while your car might look better immediately after spraying, it's likely to end up looking worse a few days or weeks later. And let's not forget that these temporary results can create a kind of false confidence. Many people go on applying WD-40 over and over again, thinking they've found a budget-friendly alternative to more expensive repair methods. What they don't realize is that each application could be compounding the problem, compromising the integrity of their car's clear coat and leaving it more vulnerable to environmental stressors over time. The truth is simple. WD-40 was never designed for use on automotive paint. Sure, it might seem like an easy, cost-effective fix at first, but what you're really doing is kicking the can down the road, literally and figuratively. Beneath the temporary shine and quick cleanup lies untreated damage that continues to linger, all while new issues slowly build. And that begs the question, what's the real cost of this so-called quick fix? When you spray WD-40 on a scratched or dull patch of your car's paint, the immediate results might seem impressive. But what happens next? That temporary shine can come at a cost you're not expecting. You see, WD-40 doesn't just disappear once it's been applied. It leaves behind a greasy residue that turns your car's surface into a magnet for dirt, grime, and other contaminants. Sure, it might look sleek and smooth at first, but over time, that residue starts working against you. Here's what happens. The oily layer left by WD-40 traps particles from the air, road, and rain. Instead of protecting your paint, it attracts debris that slowly scrapes against that shiny surface, almost like sandpaper. It makes your paint even more vulnerable to damage. And because this residue isn't formulated to bond with auto paint the way protective sealants are, it doesn't stay in place. A simple hose down or even moisture in the air can cause it to streak, leaving behind a patchy, uneven mess. The brief payoff of shinier paint quickly backfires when you realize those dull spots come back looking worse, accompanied by a layer of grime that wasn't there before. But that's not even the most harmful part. One of the biggest dangers of using WD-40 on your car's paint comes from what it could be stripping away without you even realizing it. Most automotive paint finishes are protected by layers of wax or sealants to guard against UV rays, acid rain, and other environmental threats. These layers act like armor, preserving the look and health of your paint while making it easier to clean. The problem is, WD-40's solvent-based formula eats through these barriers. Instead of protecting or enhancing the paint, it breaks down the substances that are designed to shield it. Once these protective coatings are compromised, your paint is left completely exposed. Imagine your car sitting in the sun with no defense against damaging UV rays. Over time, the paint begins to fade, lose its richness, and take on a chalky appearance. Add in acid rain or road debris, and it gets even worse. Tiny scratches become more frequent, paint oxidation accelerates, and your clear coat starts looking patchy or uneven. It's not something that happens overnight, but when you repeatedly use WD-40, the damage builds up in ways many people don't notice until it's too late. Experts agree that WD-40 has no place when it comes to paint care. According to information from sources like torcadetail.com, this product can break down wax and sealant layers, leaving your car vulnerable to external damage. These protective coatings are specifically designed to maintain the longevity of your car's finish, and once dissolved, it's much harder to reverse the damage. And if you think WD-40 will simply replace the need for wax, think again. Its slippery residue isn't durable enough to act as a substitute. It only creates the illusion of protection while leaving your car's finish exposed to harm. The long-term consequences are clear. The temporary results you see with WD-40 mask what's actually happening to your car's paint. Cumulative damage that's not easy or cheap to fix. Without the wax and sealants your car relies on, dirt accumulates faster, scratches become harder to avoid, and the once smooth, vibrant paint starts to fade prematurely. In the end, what looked like a quick fix causes your car to look older and more neglected than it actually is, potentially lowering its value and aesthetics. And this is the irony. The very product you believe is improving your car's paint could actually be stripping away its defenses. Each application does a little more harm, leaving behind a weaker surface with every use. The shine is temporary, but the consequences are much more permanent. So, if WD-40 isn't the solution, what is? That's exactly what we're covering next. What if there's a better, safer way to restore your car paint? A way that doesn't just hide the problem but actually fixes it? The truth is, while WD-40 might seem convenient, proper paint correction techniques are the real solution, and they deliver long-term results that simply aren't possible with quick fixes. By understanding how methods like compounding and polishing work, you can restore your car's paint, protect it, and prevent further damage. There are countless success stories from people who abandoned shortcuts in favor of proper detailing techniques. They took the time to compound, polish, and seal their car, And in almost every case, the results were beyond what they'd imagined. Their cars didn't just look better temporarily, they stayed that way. By using the right tools and following the right steps, they avoided the pitfalls of temporary solutions and gave their car's finish the care it deserved. WD-40 might seem like a quick fix, but it's a shortcut with long-term consequences for your car's paint. While it temporarily hides imperfections, it does nothing to repair damage and can actually strip away vital protective layers, leaving your vehicle exposed to fading, scratches, and grime. Investing in proper car care, not shortcuts, is the key to maintaining your car's value and appearance. Techniques like compounding, polishing, and sealing deliver real, lasting results instead of masking problems. Want your car to look its best for years? Explore professional detailing methods and products that protect your paint the right way, not the risky way.